What is this? We got TikTok's disgusting deleted videos made a month ago by Fox Akumimbo. Oh, hold on. Akimbo, like the knife.
I want to rip your pee-pee out of its socket so...
Okay, why are we starting off the video like that? We're 2 seconds in.
So that you can never reproduce again. Natural selection needs to take these weirdos out. That was the line of thought that a woman named Jessica Fernandez had back in January 2023 after she uploaded a video to TikTok exposing a man for glancing over at her several times and later politely trying to help her load her plates at the gym. If you haven't seen this video before,
I mean, definitely though, niggas be talking about all that bullshit at the gym and shit.
Approach girls at the gym.
I hate this. I hate when there's weirdos. It makes me so uncomfortable. Feral, like feral. Just watch. This is the 5 adds 5 pounds. Excuse me? You don't have to do that. It's okay. No, it's okay. I got it. Thank you, though.
I mean, okay, see. That's one thing though, like, that's one thing though, cause you could at least ask though. The nigga just went up and just started grabbing the plates. Like, I don't want no nigga to do that for me either though. Like, but like, still though, she's doing too much. But like, you could have been like, oh, do you need help? I can help you, right? He just went over there and picked it up, bro. Calm the fuck down. That's what I think though, but still though, she's doing too much.
Most people that watched this clip concluded that there was nothing disastrous in how the man conducted himself, let alone disturbing enough to warrant you uploading this video of him up onto the internet for perhaps thousands or maybe even millions of people to see. In Fernandez's case, she had more than 600,000 followers.
Goddamn.
That number is potentially large enough to ruin a person's life. And one person who particularly had a problem with this was a TikToker of the name Joey
This
Swole.
nigga, he be all over the internet, bro.
A large creator
Superman
with more than
head
7
ass.
million followers. Joey stitched
Do
response
better.
to Fernandez's video, saying
Like, what
that
if
her
he
clip
liked
was
her and was
unambiguously
staring at
cruel
her
and
because he
callous to a
genuinely liked
person
her?
who was only trying to perform an act of
Hell
kindness.
yeah. I mean, like I said, she was doing too much. But like, I don't feel like you need to go up to a nigga and just like try to grab their weights. Like, ask them first at least.
Yourself out to be a victim, which you're not.
Joey thought that the man wasn't staring, but rather glancing in her direction. It could be that he saw her phone
he wasn't
pointed
even
directly at him,
like
and that drew his
staring
attention.
though.
It could be that he noticed her struggling with her weight, or that he was just people watching. There is a big difference between this and the actual harassment that sometimes goes on in gyms. The problem here was that to many people, this seemed like a boy who cried situation. If you're going to blast a man's face all over social media for being a creep, you need to make sure that he's actually being a creep. Swole's response has been seen more than 8.5 million times. These are the sorts of videos that could have damaging effects if they're not handled delicately. And not only that, but it diminishes the experiences of people who are actually harassed in the gym. What made it worse was that many people within the comments of the original video were calling the man a white knight, saying that he would never offer to help another man with his plates, which is a completely unsubstantiated assumption. Perhaps this man in particular has never once asked another man if they needed help with their plates, but a lot of gym bros do. It happens all the time. I've been asked on several different occasions by various different men if I needed help setting up whilst I was at the gym.
That's real?
I mean, look at me.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
For the most part, the gym is meant to be a positive experience.
Ain't no nigga ever asked me to do that shit. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro.
Everyone within those walls have the exact same goals. They want to
what I'm built like, bro. I'm good.
About how they look. By bringing
I'm stiff,
and
bro.
posting these videos on social media, despite it being quite normal behavior, people like Fernandez are putting others at risk. Not only that, but saying that you want to rip out his reproductive organs and make it so that he can't procreate is unbelievably spiteful.
No cap, this is weird as fuck.
In the fallout of the Swole video blowing up in popularity, Fernandez was confronted with the fact that this video was a horrendous mistake to upload. She created a tweet longer explaining her rationale and apologizing profusely.
See, that's not even real though. Like, why don't you like genuinely say it though? Like, bro, reading it is hella extra though, bro. You say it. You say it though. God
To a
damn.
man within the video. She stated that she had been a victim of SA in the past, and though it wasn't an excuse, it was an explanation why she acted the way she did, why she was so quick to jump the gun on this sort of thing. She reflected on the fact that both men and women deal with very different problems in the realm of the opposite sex. She also stated that she felt as though the jokes that she made in the video were absolutely vile, saying that it took a media fire...
Jokes. Listen. I understand sometimes men especially make sorry ass jokes, you know what I'm saying? That are really not even good, but like that wasn't even a good joke at all though. Wasn't like even a joke though. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's just weird. Ripping a nigga's balls out.
Upon thousands of people explaining why this video could be considered problematic, for her to finally understand that this simply wasn't fair on the man. She announced that she was going to be deleting the original video in response to this, as it had no justification being up, but she also stated that she was going to keep the Twitlonger post up, as to not seem as though she's trying to sweep things under the rug. She then plugged her fan house, which was a bit of a strange move, but nonetheless, for the most part, this was actually quite a good apology. It
was a really good apology, no cap, but like, okay.
Today, that's for sure. In this video, we're once again delving into the archives of TikTok to uncover the unholy, gaze at the grotesque, and witness the worst of what individuals, brands, and international criminals alike have to offer.
Oh my god,
this is the third part of my deleted TikTok series. There seems to be a real demand for it because the first two both performed extremely well.
This is the intro? Okay, next.
That said, from the cruel comments of one to another, Zach Krickenberger is the next TikToker that we'll discuss.
Alright, let's talk about
because last year, his distasteful comments about a small subject got him in a large amount of trouble.
Let's hear about it. Lollipop Guild. What? Okay, what does that mean?
So, if you don't know Krickenberger by name, you might know him by alias. The Tennessee-based healthcare worker is known on TikTok as the Sleepy Paramedic.
I do not know this nigga.
As of February 2024, more than 1 million followers.
Who?
The chances are that at least a few people watching this video will be followed to him.
He got a United States hat. He got a United States hat, bro. He's definitely an undercover. He's definitely undercover, bro. He got a United States hat, bro. He's just showing niggas what type of shit he on.
Or at the very least,
undercover
though. Of his videos in the past. But did you know that in July 2023, he came under heavy fire for some comments he made about one of his patients who happened to have dwarfism? I think that instead of myself explaining what he said, it might be better to get this straight from the horse's mouth. This
he a millennial too, bro. He a millennial too, bro. He goddamn doing the zoom ins and zoom outs, trying to make it funny and shit, bro. Hell no.
The Sleepy Paramedic had to say.
My partner and I had responded to a call for someone who passed away. When we got there, the entire family was standing out in the yard. They were grieving, as you would expect them to. When we got inside, we found the deceased person in the back bedroom, and this person was 3 foot tall. Not a child, but a dwarf. And everyone at our service had always said, you know what? You never find a deceased dwarf. We really think they're immortal. They never get sick. They never call 911. We've never seen one. It's kind of weird. I've never ran into a dwarf in 12 years of doing this job until this day. Anyway, we were very professional. We went and told the family we're sorry. They're deceased. There's nothing that we can do. These are the next steps we're going to follow. We're going to wait for the coroner to show up. I'm in the passenger seat where no one can see me. My partner's in the driver's seat and in full view of the family. And of course, they're all staring towards us because someone just passed away. They dialed 911. They're all looking at us, making eye contact with my partner. Let me preface this next part by saying that, yes, I am aware that I'm an asshole, but it was really, really funny. Knowing full well that we had to keep a straight face and knowing full well that the patient's family could see him, I played this song on my phone while staring at him like this.
See, at first I thought you were just like I thought it was just like I've never seen a dwarf die. Like I genuinely haven't either though. Like I was finna be like, oh, that's not bad. My nigga, you have a dead person inside the vehicle you're in right now, and your idea while the family is in front of the fucking in front of the car, like watching them get taken away, you start playing that song. Why did you need to tell us though? Why did you feel the need to say that to us though? Okay.
I am not proud of my actions that day, but anybody
and like niggas be trying to be like, yes, I am an asshole. I'm an asshole. I understand. Like, bro, no, you're a weirdo. You're strange. Cause being weirdo and strange are kind of different. You're strange. You're not just an asshole though, bro. You're not an asshole. You're a strange asshole. You're a strange one. Cause it wasn't even funny though. That wasn't even funny though. Like, bro, what?
You never pass up
or
on
just
cause.
What's up, my boy?
Partner,
welcome to the stream.
Especially when it's an opportunity that rare.
I appreciate
As you
you
might
for
expect,
tuning in. Real
a lot
shit.
of people took
We watching
severe
this, like,
offense to this
disgusting
and accused
deleted
him of
videos
having
on
a
TikTok.
complete lack of empathy for the deceased.
What's the worst
this
thing
man,
I would do?
regardless of his stature, had just died. His family were grieving,
Smirk
and he
a little
decides
bit.
to
It
whip
wasn't
on
even
the Lollipop
funny.
Guild song from The Wizard of Oz. Obviously, it's the song that the Munchkins sing at the start of the movie. What might surprise you more, though, was that there were a lot of people who came out in support of Krickenberger. Their argument, for the most part, relied on the idea that paramedics and first responders...
Like, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. This nigga's literal name is Negative Energy. Why are we listening to somebody with this name, bro? Come on.
Exclusive.
What you mean? It's called a dark sense of humor and it's a coping mechanism. Listen, bro. Number one, I don't give a fuck how subjective humor is. I don't care how subjective humor is, bro. There's just no humor in that though, bro. No matter how dark it is, bro. Niggas use that shit as an excuse, bro. But you're just not funny. You're just not funny, bro. And coping mechanism, y'all niggas, this nigga does this for like work. He does this all the time. What you mean coping mechanism? That's his job. What? Like on the job too is crazy, and they're still in the front yard of the people's house though. That's the thing though.
Have very dark senses of humor. It's essentially a requirement for the job because each and every day of your life,
it really isn't. You don't need to have a sense of humor while fucking doing this.
Precipice of death.
But whatever.
Some of these people will not survive, and sometimes it can get very tragic. Therefore, a lot of them will turn to very dark humor as a way to try and escape the pain that they witness. However, as Krickenberger would say later upon reflection, there's a right time and place to crack.
Yeah, definitely.
In sight of the deceased's family is not that time. This video would inevitably receive a lot of backlash. Many people with dwarfism came out to express their hurt that these sorts of things were said, and shortly after, the Sleepy Paramedics video would be deleted.
Damn.
Of course, it was only natural that he would later address the controversy, apologizing.
He kind of looked like Lannis Tech Gear,
according to
whatever his
Business
name
Insider,
is, bro.
Krickenberger said that he received hundreds of messages, emails, and comments expressing disgust and disappointment with his first video. He also claimed that he had received death threats. For a while, it appeared as though this controversy would be the end of the Sleepy Paramedic. In fact, at one point, his TikTok bio read, "Sorry guys, too many threats. I'm out. Be good to each other." Even within his apology, he alluded to potentially calling it quits.
The fact that I've got 700.
Looks like Tommy G. He do kind of look like Tommy G and Lannis Tech Tips in the same person.
Or maybe I've
no cap, like mixed up together.
To look into doing something different.
However, in the end, that was not meant to be. Roughly 4 weeks after this incident faced tremendous recoil, the Sleepy Paramedic would once again return to tremendous support from his community. Many people seem to come to the conclusion that while yes,
it was a month, felt like much longer. You were missed.
A bad person. At the very least, people were willing to give him a sporting chance to come back into the fold.
Did he
and that
sell
reminds
again?
Me of a sporting tournament that was forced to delete a TikTok.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought he did something else, bro. This nigga just sorry. Should he keep his job? I mean, that's not my decision. I could care less.
So the sporting tournament in question is known as the FA Cup, and for anyone who's never heard of this competition before, Americans, I'm looking at you, this is an annual contest held in English domestic football. It's the oldest national football tournament in the world.
Y'all ain't really playing though. Y'all niggas got fucking crew necks and fucking and dead ass polos playing soccer, bro. Come on.
The final of the FA Cup is estimated
bro,
to be seen by roughly 500 million people. For context, the 2023 Super Bowl was estimated to be watched by roughly 115 million people, so the FA Cup is watched by roughly 4 times more. What I'm trying to say is that the stakes are high, the glory of the competition is even higher, but the fumbles are just as low. Back in December 2022, Stockport County played Charlton Athletic in the second round of the FA Cup. This game was a replay after their initial match ended in a 2-2 draw, and during this match, a Stockport player named Macaulay Southern-Hales went in to challenge for the ball when he was outmuscled by his Chelsea counterpart. This led him to losing his footing, and he would crash at high speed into the surrounding advertisement barrier. In that moment, anything could have happened. When you're running at those speeds and with that power, it can be incredibly dangerous.
4, I appreciate
honest,
the follow.
Southern-Hales was actually quite fortunate not to come off worse.
God damn, he hit that
manager,
bitch.
Dave Challoner, even said that Southern-Hales was an inch away from potentially fracturing his skull in the collision, going on to say that Southern-Hales had a whopper of an egg on the back of his head. But that didn't stop whoever was in charge of the official FA Cup TikTok account from posting the clip, which was dubbed over with a 1980s advert for a Nestle Crunch.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Nah, that's actually crazy.
As you might expect,
that's
this
actually
video
crazy.
caused outrage online, with people on Twitter
that's actually insane.
being very mad at the clip. Former Premier League striker
that's actually
and current
insane,
pundit
bro.
Chris Sussin came out to tweet that
what the
this is
fuck?
really not on from the Emirates FA Cup. There is nothing funny
silly,
about
but who do you think's winning tight? Stop playing,
to make
bro.
matters worse,
that's not. That shouldn't even be a question.
Mother would then pile on, writing, "This made me feel physically sick. What poor taste this was, and definitely not a joke when he ended up in the hospital. Just wow."
Hell yeah.
Southern-Hales was left in a neck brace following the incident, but would eventually make a full recovery despite
Hey, glad he's good though, bro. Holy shit, he hit his fucking head though.
Stated that the FA had apologized.
Tyson is old though. I don't give a fuck, bro. This nigga Jake Paul better not win, or I know that shit is rigged, bro. Be fucking serious.
At the end of the day, these companies are run by people, and to err is human. Though over the past year or so, we've been seeing more and more content that appears to be inhuman. Since March of 2023, TikTok has had restrictions put in place regarding AI-generated content. In particular, AI-generated true crime
AI deepfake content.
Minors.
What?
So let's talk about it.
What? Deepfake tool?
If you've got a TikTok algorithm like me, it's likely that you regularly witness AI brain rot on the app.
No.
Usually.
No, bro. That's your For You page. No, that's For You page, bro. That's your For You page. I do not get this type of content, my nigga, because what the fuck?
It's some obese professor dressed up in a suit with an Irish accent talking about how the class is about to learn about Skibbity Ohio Riz and open their textbooks to the history of how Baby Gronk became a Sigma, able to speak to level 10 Gyats like Ice Spice. This is the kind of stuff I get on the regular.
That's your For You page.
Ice Spice, you're looking kawaii today.
That said, just shy of a year ago, TikTok came out to say that it would be clamping down on AI-generated content in the wake of it becoming more accessible to the public. Something you might not have noticed, however, is that essentially every AI-generated character on TikTok is some sort of a grotesque abomination. They're usually some sort of a stereotype, more often than not morbidly obese, but have you ever wondered why? I mean, yes, these characters look kind of funny. They're so absurd that a viewer just has to stick around to watch. But another reason
I have
is
literally never. I don't think I have ever. I don't think I have ever gotten one of these videos on my For You page ever, my nigga. Stop it. Stop it, bro. I'm sorry.
TikTok's terms of service.
This is called TikTok's disgusting deleted videos.
Therefore,
it's just like
you can't generate AI of Kaiser Nat and Aiden Ross talking about Rizonomics. You have to have an original AI creation of someone who doesn't exist. Furthermore, according to my source on this topic, The Standard, AI-generated material that depicts realistic scenes will also need to be tagged appropriately with the words such as synthetic, fake, altered, or not.
Okay,
real.
that makes
One
sense.
reason is that people
I see it on YouTube
Shorts. Why are you
even using YouTube Shorts for real though?
take it way too far. Back in spring of last year, there was an arguably disturbing trend circulating on the short form app in which true crime victims would have their likeness generated via AI and they would tell the stories of their demise over TikTok. Many of these victims were children, and these children were victims of horrendous, unfathomable tragedies. And then some basement dweller would try to make money on a 2-cent CPM.
Crazy thing is, bro, the niggas who be making this content are like 14, 15 years old, bro, trying to get hella money from this shit.
By telling the story of their death.
What the fuck?
These stories were also factually inaccurate a lot of the time. For example, in an article written by the Rolling Stone, they referenced an account called True Story Now. In one instance, this account told the story of how a true crime victim died, getting their name slightly incorrect, their race completely incorrect, and the age of their death off by about 20 years.
Nigga,
there are some
how is that
extreme
even
similarities
possible?
to an actual case. This is definitely trying to tell a real story. However, there are many small inaccuracies throughout. Whether this is carelessness by True Story Now, whether
carelessness,
this is
no,
disrespect
if you're
for
doing
someone
all
who's
that
already
shit,
given
bro,
no
stop
chance
playing.
at life, or whether this is them trying to avert this policy, I can't say for certain, though I would hedge my bets on the former. The Rolling Stone article quotes an assistant of criminal justice at the University of New Haven named Paul Bleakley, who said, "They're quite strange and creepy. They seem designed to trigger strong emotional reaction because it's the surest fire way to get clicks and likes. It's uncomfortable
Hey,
to
Paul
watch,
Bleakley a real
but I
nigga
think
then,
that might
for
be
sure.
the point. These stories don't ask consent from the family, they constantly get facts wrong, and I don't know about you, but to me, they come off as incredibly disrespectful. This might be a symptom of a much larger problem, that mostly being the rules and regulations of AI.
But technically, to be honest, like, yes, it's kind of weird for these niggas to do this shit, especially with AI deepfake content. But this is really the same thing that some of these podcast niggas be doing. Like, bro, have you heard the scary story about this person? No. But listen though, back in this day, this happened. Whoa, wait, this is actually getting serious. Now I'm listening. Y'all know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly who I'm fucking talking about on TikTok, bro. That's literally the same thing they're doing,
technology. We're at a
Who was
point in
the spotto?
time
It was
in which
Outkast.
technological advancements
Welcome to the stream,
moving
his face.
so fast. Can we actually expect politicians
They be
to
fake
truly
reacting
understand
dead
it?
ass, bro.
That being said,
Bro, have
politicians
you heard
aren't the
this
only
scary
ones to
case of
misunderstand
Helen
things.
Keller?
The
Like,
common folk are just as
nigga.
likely, perhaps even more
What?
likely, to do that too. Case in point, Osama bin Laden's infamous letter to the United States, which has been absolutely blacklisted by TikTok.
Okay. Bin Laden. Nigga, what the fuck?
If you weren't active on
Who
social
gave it a
media in
nickname?
mid-November 2023, perhaps you missed this story which blew up in popularity for about a week on TikTok before the powers that be deemed that this was problematic and swiftly had all mentions of the letter removed from the service. Some context, if you need it, is that bin Laden, or OBL as I'm going to call him from here on out, wrote a letter to the United States that was published in 2002 that attempted to justify why he and his band of brothers did what they did. If you don't know what OBL did, there is a particular day in September in which we have a memorial for it.
Stop,
I apologize for dancing around this topic, but YouTube censors can be a bit weird for this kind of stuff. Now, for a long time, people
know,
apparently
bro, we
thought
know.
that he did it because he hated Americans and Western culture and freedom and all that, but there really was a lot more that went into it. And apparently, people didn't know that, amongst many other things.
I mean, really, it's kind of crazy how much niggas don't know about a lot of shit that happens with America. Cause I mean, there's a quote that says, history is always told by the winners. And sometimes it's really not like that. I mean, we know this from regular history textbooks that not a lot of shit they say or shit that people teach in school is always true though, or it's always like fully talked about though. Cause like, niggas be making other people seem bad, but like, come on, bro. This is America. Come on, bro. The establishment of America was already fucking from evil shit, bro. Be for real. Niggas be altering a lot of history. So, I mean, it's not surprising, bro, but still though. The CIA might come for me. Let me chill.
OBL really despised the USA's attitude towards foreign policy within the Middle East. The States has been present in Middle Eastern conflicts a lot over the past 20 years, but also much before that, and they have arguably had a large hand in how things have shaped up ever since. Let me say, in case you can't tell by the sound of my voice, I'm British, and I don't want to be a hypocrite here. We are far from blameless either. However, post-World War II, America's influence on the world has been going up, only up, whereas Britain's has been on a very sharp decline. History lesson over, in late 2023, you might be aware that things kicked off once again between Israel and Palestine, and this is when people found OBL's letter to the States once more. Just to quote off Wikipedia for a moment, in the letter, OBL criticizes American foreign policy in the Middle East, particularly as it applies to its support of Israel to justify attacks on American targets. It also employs anti-Semitic tropes. If you can believe this, a small number of people on TikTok saw this letter and later went on to upload videos saying that they could
Hey, shit going on right now? Shit that's going on right now? I wouldn't say some of that shit he's lying about. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Some of the shit that's going on right now, I wouldn't think he's lying too much about that letter. Hold on.
kind of understand where he was coming from. Many news outlets were criticized.
I mean, I don't still like
out of proportion,
his
making
actions
headlines
aren't
to make it seem as
justified,
though
though.
the
Absolutely
entire
not,
Gen Z
bro.
were just these
No.
OBL supporting lunatics, even though it was just a few. Of course, then everyone else started hopping on it. Ludwig, for example, came out with a video titled "Insane Day on TikTok," which was a risky title, essentially
Ludwig
calling it a non-story.
That's not the storyline people want to hear, right? People want to hear TikTokers are now justifying the 9/11 attacks and praising Osama bin Laden. No, TikTokers are looking at Sam Sulek get fucking huge for winter. That's what the TikTok, I'm on TikTok. That's what they're doing. And not to say it's not happening, but it's just not happening at the rate that people are thinking it's happening if you were to just go on twitter.com.
If you want the other side of the argument, commentary YouTuber Achito then came out with his video, "Why Did Ludwig Post This?", in which he attacked Ludwig's video, saying that it was strange that he didn't condemn the people that said that OBL might have a point.
Nigga, what you mean? But like, he kinda does. Just a little bit though. Just a little bit though. Niggas just don't want to hear all that shit though, because dominant cultural narratives always dominate the media. They always dominate people's people's sense of norms, you feel me? So like, obviously they don't want to hear that though, you know what I'm saying? And that's why niggas go on Twitter and make these fucking claims to make niggas mad though. To make niggas mad, like, wait, people are really doing this? Of course the TikTokers are doing this. It's just like, it's weird.
Video, like downplaying the quantity of people posting these videos rather than actually saying like, yeah, although the amount of people making these videos is low, what they're saying is like disgusting. Like the sympathy they're showing for like a literal terrorist is good, but he's not doing that. He's like, well, it's barely happening, guys. Like just turn your head away. Don't look at these people. Ignore them. They're a negligible amount of people. But at this point in time, I feel like that's a weird take to have. Like, why not?
So how do you feel about the USA?
Let's say only 20 people made videos saying Osama bin Laden. Right? Let's say those videos have a total of 5 million views. That's like a drop in the ocean when it comes to, you know, TikTok views. But then all these other articles who are covering it, they're blowing it up even further. At the end of the day, why complain about the article?
Yeah, let me chill.
Rather than like the actual bad thing.
All things said, this was only going to end in one way. If in a couple of years' time, Generation Alpha upload videos to TikTok, or perhaps whatever comes after that, and they found Mein Kampf, and they upload videos saying, oh, this was a terrible book, it was awful, and all that. But pages 45, 76, and 108 were absolutely incredible, entirely based. The exact same thing would happen. Some people weren't happy that this content was scrubbed off the platform, saying that censorship is dangerous and that we shouldn't be restricting information. Others, though, thought that the move was probably for the best, as the message itself could potentially be seen as dangerous. But as I said, TikTok was quick to make this content illegal on the platform.
Not gonna lie, I agree with Ludwig. Ignoring it is the best way to diet down, not giving it attention. True though, yes.
If you enjoyed this,
but I feel like it's weird how they trying to hide shit like that though.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
But it's like not surprising though.
would help this channel kind
It's
of
not
push it in the
surprising,
algorithm,
though.
and I would truly appreciate it. If you're interested in seeing more from me, then why not check out my
That's
video?
cool video. I don't really care about Wilbur's suit. I do not care about a Minecraft YouTuber, bro. I mean, I understand something's going on with him, but I don't care that much. Not that much.